Cancelled. I think we should. Do we just start now, or do we just keep listening to the Banshee of the Bottles? I don't know.
We're off to a flying start, aren't we, Matt?
A wet start.
Alright. Introduce us, Matt.
Welcome to TA. I'm going to do that because I think thought Anthology is too long, and even though I said it again, it's pretty extensive. And
hard to pronounce.
Yeah, it is, isn't it? TA.
Yeah.
Welcome to Thought Anthology, episode
15.
With the voiceover.
For fuck's sake.
To be like 17. I think it's 15.
15.
I don't
That
know.
one didn't count.
Yeah, no, I didn't.
So
we got here Chrisius, also known as Chris.
yeah.
We'll try to avoid last names just on the basis of like doxing.
Yeah, true.
I don't fucking know.
I'm going to send a SWAT team to Matt's
A
house.
SWAT team to my house. You know, that'd be the best, most excitement I'll ever have. And then we got Kyle, or we just call you Kyle.
Yeah,
Or you want to go by
whatever.
Or you want to go by Dash.
Yeah, shit, whatever.
Whatever.
Whatever floats your boat, bro.
Okay, easy.
I'm easy.
We'll do that. So now we have an episode that we haven't done in probably a month. Well, we did an episode with you, but
3 days. Me and Matt
3
did an
days.
episode.
But it's not going to be aired at all onto the channel, so
Yes.
that'll be
Very illegal.
What a damn shame.
yeah. It was a shame because he revealed a lot about his life and himself and his wrongdoings.
Fuck.
Yeah, I really. You can't explain because it makes it worse. I'll just have to beep it all out.
So, it all started
Back
when
when
I
I was 12.
It all started when I was in the womb.
Yeah, it all did. Yeah.
Yes.
Fuck.
Anyway, you wanted to do a topic, Chris, which
Yeah,
was
we're gonna stick to a topic.
modernity and masculinity, which sounds like a philosophy book of like Friedrich Nietzsche of the sort. Why are we doing that for? Why did you do that? Are you feeling insecure or something? Or?
I think it'd be interesting to talk about masculinity, considering me and Matt are both nurses, and
Shit.
Dash is a teacher as well,
Yeah.
True.
which is sort of both not necessarily male jobs.
Yeah.
So it'd be an interesting topic to talk about.
Yeah, it would be. Yeah, we could. Yeah.
How that possibly affects our, feelings of masculinity and what masculinity means to us, and the differences between, I guess, classical masculinity and how you can carry that into, your life, whether you fit, a super masculine role or,
Yeah.
something that's doesn't conform to that gender.
Yep.
I agree. Yeah.
Okay, it's that gender role.
Mm.
So how do you feel about being a nurse? Feel like a pussy or?
How does it feel wipe an ass all the time?
No, we don't do that. We're in mental health ward at the moment.
Oh shit, okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
Fuck.
How do you feel about it? Do you feel like emasculated? What do you mean?
Yeah, sometimes.
Yeah?
Mm.
Really?
Mm.
When?
Is it like society, or is it more like the view of nurses, or is it more patients that you get that
Yeah.
are like, you're a fucking nurse, you're a pussy?
Yeah.
Literally all of that.
All that.
So I remember when I first
Oh, you did
said
the
that I was
teacher
going to
thing
do...
And summarising points are...
When I first told my dad I was going to be a nurse, or like I was going to go into like study nursing, he asked me if I was gay.
Really?
Mm.
Are you gay?
No.
Damn, no, I'm kidding.
That was his first thing. He was like,
Something we should know.
Yeah.
Fuck.
yeah. So maybe I think it was a joke, but.
Yeah.
So, and then obviously, every time you say that you're a nurse and you're a male, people ask you, well, are you going to be a doctor?
Ah, yeah.
That's
a
the
classic.
That's the first question
Why
they
do you
ask.
become a doctor?
Mm.
Well,
So
couldn't
you're,
be.
You
you're
get
a
paid a
doctor.
lot.
You work at the hospital, so you're a doctor. It's like, no.
Yeah.
Just say yes, and then girls will be like, hey, buy me all these drinks. And I'm like, not a normal nurse's wage.
No, definitely not. Is that what you want to... Yeah?
And then of course you get stuff like patients asking all the time.
Yeah.
Are you a doctor? No. Are you going to be a doctor?
Oh, yeah.
That kind of stuff.
Yeah.
And then of course just, I don't know,
Yeah.
society's perceptions of the job and...
Yeah. Nursing isn't as, like, effeminate as people think anymore. It's really technical. Like, if you get into, like, emergency care, like, it's a very, like, technical job.
Mm.
Yeah.
And, a problem-solving job, not really that old, classic, white by bum. Like,
Yeah.
we have bachelor's degrees on how to do multiple things.
Didn't know you could get a bachelor's degree in wiping ass, but
Yeah. But here we are.
here we are, boys and girls. So,
Yeah. So why did you become a teacher, Dash?
shit. I don't even know. Like, I had a friend of mine that used to be in disability.
Yeah.
Was there for like 3.5 years or something like that. I had a friend of mine that was a CEO of a company.
Yeah.
And I was like, he's like, man, I'll offer you a job. And I was like, okay, we'll see how we go. And went and did it for 12 months and moved back to Mildura.
Yeah.
Back here. I don't know if I'm able to say that or not.
Yeah, that's fine. That's right.
Fuck, we'll just beep it out or whatever.
It's alright, I can beep it all out if it becomes an issue. I don't think it'll be a problem because we haven't mentioned anything that's crazy, so...
Yeah.
Unless you want people to find where you are.
I'm Gucci, I'm
I
Gucci.
think it'll be fine.
Yeah. And then I saw like an advertisement on like Seek or something like that for like a teacher aid job, and I was like, oh yeah, it's like disability experience, you know, highly favourable, and I was like, yeah, right, I'll give it a crack. And 12 months later, I'm studying to be a primary school teacher, and it's busy.
Alright. Do you feel like with Chris, like an emasculation at all, or?
Not for me, not really. Like I'll say to people, oh, I'm a teacher, and they're like, oh yeah, that's cool. We need more of those. We need more like males as teachers because there's not enough. Yeah. It's more. There's not enough of us, and there needs to be more. And like, you know, we need to build this. Like, it's a bit the same. Like, I've got people I work with, like a male. I think there's like 7 of us. Yeah. From memory, and the rest are females of like 50 odd staff. So which the ratio is pretty weird, but I don't mind it. Like it, you know. It's, I've got a good group of like teachers around me and things like that. So. It's good, but I can understand, like back probably a long time ago, it was like not very masculine to be a teacher. It was more be a tradie or, you know, do something like that. Yeah. But at the moment, it's fine, and I don't see that sort of negativity. Yeah. Yeah.
Why do you think there's so many women becoming? Well, why do you think there are more women than men in like those sort of roles?
I just think it comes to like that nurture side for females, I guess. Like, I don't know what your views are, but like, I don't know, like women, I don't know, I'm sure there's like evidence and stuff that supports like they've got that nurturing kind sort of. Yeah. Well, most of them do anyway, but like having that nurture side to them and like being able to actually like understand certain things and like, if a kid comes up to me and says something, I'm like, I don't know how to deal with that. Like, I don't know. Like, if I've ever like been exposed to that, or I guess also like the aspect of like being a male and trying to help a child who's distressed or upset or something like that. There's always that bigger outlook of, oh, this guy just like he likes kids or something like that. There's always that sort of notion as well, which is like completely fucked up. But you know, which is not the case. But
okay.
Yeah.
Well, there seems to be like I think there's a study that showed that like there's actually more women going into university in general, and like all the roles are in actually university based, but there's also that nature aspect, of course. But I think also that like the majority of women going to university is going to be more of them being teachers and nurses and doctors and all that sort of stuff. Not like except for the STEM roles, there seems to be more of a, even though there's more attending university, there's more males in the STEM fields. But
like when you look at like allied health and like physiotherapy and that kind of stuff, and you know, most of those are like, they can be heavily male orientated. Yeah. Like I've got a couple of friends of mine that are physios, and one's a doctor up in Queensland and stuff like that. So like it's a wide variety, but you know, I guess it's also where you live as well. If you are comfortable where you are, you don't want to move away to university, say to like a big city or something like that. Yeah. Because we're a small country town. Yeah. It can be scary for some people. Yeah. And to move away to do something like go to university that doesn't offers you a course that you want to do, but you've got that anxiety about moving away. It's probably another factor as well. True. Like, you know, not many people really want to. People like being in their own bubble or their own town because it's comfortable, and not many people like to be uncomfortable. Yeah. You know, so that probably plays another factor. So. Yeah. Yeah.
Is this where we bring up Jocko or?
Jocko.
Discomfort. I don't know. Yeah, this is an interesting topic because like you can sound like a fucking weirdo when you talk about masculinity, because like the word makes me cringe when I hear that. It makes me think of like all the videos I've seen of purple-haired people talking about like how it's toxic. What is toxic masculinity to you, Chris?
Fuck.
I'm just going through some random fucking thoughts. Yep. Go. You can ask me questions too if you want. It's fine. It's a conversation.
Toxic masculinity. Oh.
What would be an example? The silence is deafening though in here, isn't it? Yeah. All I hear is the heater.
I'll get the water bottle going again.
Yeah, not drinking all the dancing. Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Toxic masculinity, I guess. Well, to me, not necessarily to the
Third Reich.
university lovely people.
Yeah.
And the blue haired and purple haired screaming.
Gender studies.
Gender study majoring.
Yeah.
People. I guess those sort of classical characteristics and traits of men, being stoic and strong and aggressive and being like a go out and go getter and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
It's being that to a point of where it's being detrimental to other people.
Yeah.
So like being super stoic to the point of bottling your emotions, for example.
Yeah.
And the way that affects male.
Yeah. I think there's a misinterpretation of stoicism though. Yeah, but I'll hear. Sorry, keep going. Sorry, I get really excited about this.
Matt's been reading 80 million books. And
no, like stoicism is interesting.
And just doing all those kind of classic masculine traits to a point of where it's detrimental to not only yourself but others around you as well.
Yeah.
Is that's probably just it.
Yeah.
It's not those traits in themselves.
Yeah.
Like the gender studies people seem to think.
Yeah.
It's
how far they've taken. It's not black and white. It's a lot of grey.
Yeah.
Yeah. Because like a lot of those attributes like of what created the society we live in and give us all the benefits we do have currently, like people like that have what helped us live the lives we live now. It's off the back of their behaviours and sacrifice. Yeah, because I don't picture a weak, non-determined person being able to build a house or being able to want to go outside and go gather things.
Fight a war.
Or
those guys building power lines in,
somewhere in China.
Gale force winds and going into hurricanes and stuff, and guys pulling people out of burning buildings or...
Yeah, just your classic.
Yeah.
The valuable attributes. What about yourself, Dash? Let's go around the circle and pass the torch.
Yeah, right on. Like toxic masculinity is such a broad, such a broad question. It's such a broad topic.
Did you hear about it in your workplace, being a female?
Do you actually hear it a lot
dominated? We can talk about this as a whole. This would be an interesting topic.
Yeah,
I mean, not really. I mean, I'll get because I work as a teacher aide. I'm the only male in our support team, our learning support team.
Yeah.
And the girls are like, oh yeah, he's just like one of us. He's one of the girls.
Yeah.
So I'll get in there. I'll get involved in if they're talking random shit or if they're just having a joke. I'll get involved because we have that professional banter, which is important. And I think that's a big thing.
Yeah.
And I think with toxic masculinity, it's I find it really odd because when we're younger, when we're kids, we're we're told not to go and push over this girl or hurt women. And then when we get older, or even not even just that, but there's things like, be strong, be this, be that.
Yeah.
But when we get older, when we get to adulthood, we're there's so much stuff around men's mental health and being able to come out and speak and stuff like that, where it wasn't as publicised like, you know, probably 10, 15 years ago, back like when we were in primary school or whatever, like, of saying, oh, this is how you feel, talk about it.
Yeah.
Whereas now it's more, oh, okay, let's talk about it. And now we're adults, we don't know where to take that.
Yeah.
As well, like it's so difficult for,
yeah,
I don't know, young men, like whether it be probably the age from 12 to 25.
Yeah.
You know, to try and figure out all the emotions of life.
Yeah.
You know, and being told one thing and then expected to do another. Like,
yeah.
you know, it's difficult.
Yeah.
It really is. Like,
yeah.
You know.
It is a very tricky landscape, isn't it?
Mm.
Like, I remember I've been thinking about this recently when I was talking with my girlfriend. Like, she wants, like, there's this weird conflict of aspect in relationships when it comes to, like, I think you could call it within toxic masculinity, where they expect you to be more open and sensitive, but when you do, they punish you for that.
Yeah.
But then when you're too, there doesn't seem to be any real correct answer.
Well, that's it, exactly. Like,
yes, that's why I got it from what you're saying. So
there is no correct answer of, like, you know, because then it goes to the fact of, oh, okay, you know, you let your mate speak up or whatever, and then the boys have a joke with him and tell him, oh, no, don't worry about it, brush it off, you'll be right.
Yeah.
When they might actually need some actual help.
Yeah.
You know, and, you know, trying to explain that we don't talk about that kind of stuff, well, we need to have that conversation. It probably sounds more like a mental health sort of topic now, but it's true though. Like, you know, it's because that's where it starts. Like, it starts with not being, you know, being able to break down your masculinity, like, you know, being comfortable with being uncomfortable of your masculinity. Like, you know, everyone wants to act like they're king shit, but when the, you know, when the dark days come, then they're nothing. Like, you know, they can try and act a certain way to everyone else, but deep down they should know who they really are. So you know, that's a big thing, I guess.
Chris.
Yes, Matt.
What is
Matt?
What?
You haven't given your definition.
Of my definition of
correct.
toxic masculinity.
Yeah, let's hear it.
My definition is when it's the point of where you have these masculine traits in which it actually detriments the health of others and yourself, which is essentially what you guys have said. I basically just summarise it now. I'm not going to repeat what you guys said. Essentially, it's the traits of masculinity that actually get taken to a point that they actually hurt others. Because I see there's a lot of benefit to masculinity in a society as well as into individuals, because it helps you achieve a lot in your lifetime.
Yeah.
Especially those aspects of, like, being somewhat stoic, being driven, being not totally aggressive, but having a slight bit of aggression towards how you approach life and
Attack the day.
Sort of like those are healthy things if you keep them in check. You know, being physically active and all, like, those aspects of masculinity. Is what I see as a positive, but the toxic side would be the extremes, which is like, you know, your abusers, those ones who are antisocial personality disorders, those sort of people who will manipulate and abuse you, like they'll physically abuse you, verbally abuse you in order to get their way and their needs met. That's probably an example of a toxic masculinity. I'd say it'd be antisocial behaviour because you don't really see that much in females. That's more of a male trait in mental health. Like in psychiatric conditions. Psychiatric behaviour. So that's how I'll just define it. Does that
What were you going to ask?
I was just going to ask, what is your definition of a man then? I don't know, actually, hold on. Why, like, you wanted to do masculinity and modernity, why did you want to do those two?
Well, because I think we're at a point in history where men are being conflicted with, I guess, more choice over their life. When it comes to their role within society as well. I don't think...
Shit, man, I'd be happy to be a stay-at-home fucking cleaning bitch for like
Exactly.
that chick, you know. Fuck, you know, if she's paying the bills, fuck, I'm happy to just sit there, clean the house, play a bit of Xbox, fucking relax, you know.
Exactly what I was about to talk about is, you know, we know that women are out earning men up until about 30 years old. Going forward, usually that only changes because women choose to have, they have to have children, men can't have them.
Yeah.
So they have to, have time off from work, and we know that when they return to work, they're not spending as many hours as they were before because they've got other commitments, which is having a kid, which is really important.
Yeah.
But we're knowing now that women are going back to work sooner. They're working progressively starting to work more hours than what they did in the past, and they're actually, because we're having to, with the cost of living in society, have two incomes.
Yeah.
It is very hard to have just one income. The stereotypical, the man goes to work, he's in control of the house, the wife stays home with the kids.
And does what she's told.
Now very much kids are getting put into the care so that the parents can actually afford to have a house over there, have a roof over their head and have a house and a car and be financially stable. So when you look at that, more men are not only becoming stay-at-home parents, but the females earning more than them. Sometimes the female's more ambitious than them. Just like us, men are going into less, gender-specific or stereotypical roles. And how does that affect your, in a modern climate, how does that affect your sense of masculinity, which I think is important for a lot of people in terms of especially your mental health, feeling emasculinated and like you're not a man and you're not. It can feel really bad. Just like, if you have a female and they don't feel very feminine, then, it can be detrimental to their mental health.
So how do you feel then, like, if that's the case, that's how you're thinking, if that is your thought process, how do you feel in your role then as a man?
As a role, I think, I forget where I heard the quote, but they said it's up to you in today's society, it's up to you to figure out what it means for yourself to be a man. Figure out what traits, you can
define whoever you want to be.
And I think as well, even within that, you talk about the male being the provider and, providing for his family and stuff. That can still be the case if you're a stay-at-home dad. Because if you make that decision that the wife's going to earn more and you decide to, work part-time, well, you've met your obligation in a way of, being the man, you can focus on doing other stuff. But it's a hard one in today's society. To feel sometimes to feel masculine and like a go-getter, and when a lot of society now is going towards, especially with social media and stuff, looking very poorly upon that.
In one word, how would you describe Chris? No, one word.
How would I describe me?
In a 7-word sentence. Don't know why I chose 7, but I did.
One word in a 7-word sentence would you what?
What would you define Chris in a sentence? Just a small sentence.
Define me?
Yeah.
I don't know. Don't know.
As a man, so I don't know.
So what would I define being a man?
No, yourself.
Myself?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Shoot fast, eat us. No.
Yeah.
I'm just reading that off of the wall.
Thomas Jefferson, right?
I don't know.
Yeah. Okay. That's a fair enough answer anyway. I don't know. It's good enough. We can give you time, and I can ask Dash.
I'm ready to shoot, so that's alright.
Yeah.
Right.
You ready to shoot yourself? What'd you say?
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
I'm ready. You want some time, Chris, eh?
You
have some time?
Yep.
I didn't realise it was going to get this deep, boys.
Fuck.
Already.
Like, picking it apart.
Love it.
Yeah, well, what would you define as a man then?
I reckon anyone. Like,
anyone?
Honestly, like, if you... Because, like, for me, I'm a single male who lives by themselves. Does that mean that I'm not a man because I live by myself and I buy my own, or whether I have a partner and I've got kids, and I earn money and, I do my own thing. I think I feel like anyone that contributes to society in a positive way, that they're not going out and, robbing people and, breaking laws and stuff like that. Although that is still probably type of a man because of, there's so many different aspects when it comes to that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
But I think that someone that can contribute to society in a positive way, can then also, just be themselves.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
if you wanna stay up all night and watch The Notebook or something like that, you know, and cry your heart out to it, or something like that.
Yeah.
Fuck, do it.
Just
Like,
go
who
for it.
gives a fuck? Like, who cares? Like, you are in control of your own life. You're in control of whatever you want to do.
Yeah, exactly.
Don't be defined by someone else's definition of what you should be.
Yeah.
Is probably the biggest thing. Like,
Yeah.
you know.
Do you think we have those sort of thoughts, like the reason why we ask these questions, like what is masculinity, what does it mean?
Yeah.
I think that's because we're actually in a society where there is no culture. Like, as all the, well, not no culture, but as in, like, there's multiple cultures in which to draw from.
I think
There's no
so.
one defined culture.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the West has taken away because like we have no roots to identify with really, because like the West has taken away that I identify as a group but as an individual.
Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I think like in today's society, because there's so much confusing things out there, and you know, for me, I don't believe social media can be sometimes the best thing in general, because it makes everyone question themselves.
Yeah.
Me being an educator and a teacher, you see that I've got kids that are in grade 1 and grade 2 who are, you know, 6, 7, saying, oh, I saw this on TikTok, I saw this on TikTok,
Yeah.
I saw this on Instagram, and I'm like, you're 6 and you're 7, you shouldn't be on TikTok,
Yeah.
you shouldn't be on Instagram.
Have you seen the children developing tics from TikTok?
Yeah.
Like they've got like
crazy.
That's
man.
insane. I watched it on YouTube actually, because
Yeah.
I've got an addiction to YouTube. Yeah, people are developing like mental disorders from watching social media for so long.
Yeah, and it's true. Like, you just look at it, like, it's crazy. I don't understand, you know.
Yeah.
But more to the question, it's just, you know, I just think that the society's changed from back when it was, you know, the 1950s, 60s, and 70s to what it is now, and you know, probably 2019. And look, let's be honest, COVID probably didn't help for 2 years. Like, that didn't help anything. It, you know, taught people to be more in their own shell, I guess, because it's hard. You couldn't go anywhere. You couldn't do anything. We had to stay in lockdown. You could go to work, and that's about it.
Yeah.
Maybe go to the shops, but apart from that, you couldn't really do much.
So what do you think is going to be the outcome of all this? Like, after, like, now I'm just going to go into a whole big tangent there, brought that up.
Yeah.
Like, because you're talking about, like, the isolation, people going in the shell, they're losing social skills, they're hooked onto social medias in which are actually altering the way they think and the way they perceive the world itself.
Yeah, definitely.
And how does that look in 10 years' time when they're actually adults having to work, and how does that actually work in the whole grand scheme of the world itself? What do you reckon?
I just think it's different. Like, for me, I'm 25, so it's like I'm on the younger end of the scale, but it's like some of the people that I see and some of the kids I work with, it's just like, how are you going to be functioning in society when, you know, when you need to get a job? Who are you going to listen to? Because I don't listen to teachers.
Yeah.
Like, it's hard for kids to listen because it's hard being at home all the time.
Yeah.
And during COVID, they didn't have to listen to the teachers. They would go into Zoom, and they could, you know, they could probably put up like a photo of something else or themselves and then walk away and not listen and pay attention. Like, they're missing out on so much social. I think it's probably like the social etiquette and how to act in a social environment. Yeah. And how to interact with people. Yeah. You know, being aware of other people. Like, you know, there's often times where I'm on like camps or excursions with kids, and there's other people around from the general public. Yeah. And they'll be standing in one spot where someone wants to walk past. They don't have that awareness of, oh shit, that person actually wants to get past. I should move. Yeah. You know, it's more, I guess, what's the word? It's more like they seem more entitled. Yeah. More so in the fact of, oh, okay, well, I'm entitled to this, I shouldn't move because they want me to move or whatever.
That's what I fucking noticed when we went skiing like 3 weeks ago. The fucking entitlement of some kids, fuck me. They were even willing to like push people in front of me and my girlfriend. It was fucked. It was really, they really just didn't care about people's safety or anything like that. They like, or like you'd be, like you accidentally knock into somebody and you're like, they don't even acknowledge your existence or like help you out or anything like that.
Like if I bumped into someone, I'd be like, oh shit, sorry man, like I didn't mean that, like or whatever. And kids are just like, they just like bump into you, they keep walking.
Yeah.
They don't care. They just keep on going. Like,
Yeah.
they've got places to be. They want to be somewhere. They
Yeah.
are not going to stop for anyone. And
Yeah.
that's how are they going to go when they get to, you know.
Yeah. I think that's why, like, we're eventually just going to be taken over by the Chinese because we have no discipline.
Yeah.
Taking it back to Jocko Willink. Because it's about, like, bringing it to masculinity. I'll say discipline is part of is a masculine trait. Being disciplined, having self-control. That's like part of the ideal male. Like, you know, being able to control yourself and your presentation, because that's a sign of a good leader.
Yeah.
So, like, the lack of, like, discipline with children is a big concern, because how are they going to be able to actually... This is exactly what you're saying. How are they going to be able to take on...
And it's also the perception of how to discipline your child, because back when I was growing up, you know, you get smacked or you know, whatever, like, you know, and I feel like I turned out okay. I don't know about you boys, but like I got smacked when I was naughty, whereas now it's, you know, I was at the footy on the weekend or a couple weekends ago, and I had one of my students tell their parent to shut up, and I was like, if that was me, I would be in that car, I'd be at home, and I wouldn't, like, I'd get in serious trouble.
I would have been sprint to the next neighbourhood.
Yeah.
As soon as, like, if I'd, like, did something like that, I'd be fucking out of the house running away for a while.
Yeah, and that's it. And I think, I don't know, it just seems that, you know, I'm not saying that, you know, they're bad parents or, like, I know the solution. I don't know the solution.
Yeah.
I'm not the parent.
But,
I can't really comment. I'm a teacher, but I don't know. You know, I can comment on how the kids interact with me and other staff at the school I work at.
Yeah.
Yeah, they could. They could definitely. They could probably definitely do with some discipline.
Yeah. Like, respect is useful because there are consequences out there. There are people who can hurt you, and like, you should respect them.
Yeah, exactly.
No matter who it is, actually, because anyone can actually retaliate back, and you just don't know who it's going to be.
Yeah, exactly. Like if they were, you know, 18, 19 or 20 or something like that, and they do that at a nightclub or something like that. You know, for example, they could get smacked in the back of the head, and then you know, they could hit, they could fall to the ground. You know, like there's so many different aspects of things like that. But I just think general respect is just massive. Like, you know, I think it's to be lost a little bit in today's society. But shit, I don't know. I'm no expert, and like I'm no.
But that's why we're on Thought Anthology, so we can expand our thoughts on it.
Yeah,
that's the whole point of it.
Like, I think some people could deal with a beat down.
Kick
you up the ass or something.
They present to our work environment a few times.
Yeah.
I think some people could.
Yeah.
Especially some of the kids coming out.
Yeah.
There's nothing like, you know, there's like no life lesson like your first talking shit and then someone just punches you in the, you know, in the mouth. You're like, maybe I should. Maybe I should watch my mouth.
Yeah. You know, the first thing I learned was like, because I started, like, because I used to get in trouble because I used to talk a lot of shit, or like I'd do something.
Yeah, you always talk the most shit.
Yeah, I know, right? But I
You're always picking on me.
I realised, I'll tell you what you do. You just don't do it directly. You do it indirectly, and then you're less likely to get caught.
And then someone just punches you on the throat again.
In that period of time, which we went on a bit of a rant there, did you come up with an answer to my question?
Answer your question. So 7 words.
It doesn't have to just be 7. Just do like a short sentence.
So like words. Can I just put like words?
Yeah,
words. That I think are associated
with you.
With me.
Yeah, whatever identity you want to have. Attack helicopter, jaguar. I don't know. This is weird.
Sexually identify as assault microwave.
Assault microwave.
What does an assault microwave do? Does it assault?
It aggressively cooks.
Has an RVO against many victims.
Many mouths of like the burn victims that they leave in the shadows.
The social needs of this microwave are very difficult to deal with.
But like, I guess to go on like another bit of tangent, like Matt, like you've got a partner.
Yeah.
You know, lovely chick.
Yeah.
When you first started dating.
Yeah.
Went out for dates, and you know you might. I don't know, you would have went out for dinner or went out for lunch or whatever.
They had Subway at the pier.
That was the first one. Yeah.
Who paid?
On the first date. So
on the first date.
Who pays?
Was it you?
Yeah, I paid for the first, this is the weird thing with Kaylin. Like, going out, just getting dinner with her isn't a date. So, like, she's very traditional. So, traditional date is, like, where I pick her up or dressed up, we go to a spot.
What happens if you live in the same house?
I know. It's fucking weird. I just go around the block and come back.
Beep, beep.
Yeah.
Who
yeah, so the first technical date that she calls a date, is I paid for it, essentially. But the thing is, I have a different definition. Dating is essentially you go out for dinner. Like, we go for breakfast and dinner all the time.
That's a date.
Yeah, but she
To me,
doesn't...
that's a date.
To me, that's a date too, but she doesn't consider that because we have...
Do you consider that a date, Chris? Like, if you both went out for breakfast one morning, you're like, oh, let's grab some brunch or something like that.
Yeah, that's a date.
You know?
On your own.
No, with your partner.
Yeah.
Oh, like just you two?
Yeah. That's a date.
If you're on the outside, it's going to be a date. Like, let me take you out to lunch.
Yeah.
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 Like, I consider that like a date or like...
Yeah, what's the date then, Undercoat?
Essentially, like I said, the classic romantic movie set.
Flowers.
You know,
Open the door.
You know, I message her, I'm like, what are you doing this day? I've reserved it. Like, this is like, you know, I'll pick you up at the door.
It has to be extra.
Has to be extra.
Yeah.
Which I don't have fucking time with. I'm a shift worker. No. Like,
fuck that.
Matt's schedule.
Yeah.
People don't realise how fucked Matt's schedule is.
Yeah. No, it's not that bad.
At this point, I'm happy with, oh, do you want to go get some Maccas and bang one out in the bathroom? Like,
yeah. That's a date.
That's a date for me. Like, fuck.
Yeah. I know, right?
Like, goddamn. But, like, that's the thing, though. Like, you know, I'm not saying that's a bad thing about us paying. Like, I feel like, but see, now, how has it changed now? Yeah. Like, your relationship back then.
Yeah.
Of you, like, is it now, oh, yeah, do you go, like, oh, yeah, I'll pay for this one, and you get the next one, or...
we split essentially now? Because like sometimes I say I'll shout because like that's what I want to do. Or like we just split.
And sometimes you just feel like you wanna spoil whoever you like your partner.
Exactly.
Like sometimes you're just like, oh yeah, no, that's alright. I've got this one, and like you know, they might even do something later.
Yeah, and Caitlin doesn't like to feel like she's not pulling her weight, so she'll try to find ways to.
And see, it frustrates me. Like I remember having a friend of mine. She worked at a jeweler, like a jewelry shop, and you know, and she was like, I want my engagement ring to be this and this and this and this, and my wedding ring to be this, this and this. And I'm like, I'm so glad that I'm not dating you because if I'm dating someone and I get them an engagement ring, I've picked it out personally. You're gonna be fucking happy with it. Yeah. You know, it's not about the ring or it's not about it's the value, it's the sentimental value behind it. And, you know, it's not so much like
exactly. That's what I've got to explain to Caitlin. Oh god.
Does she have like
I think I'm gonna get tattooed. You know, more people are getting like that tattooed on. I like the idea of that. Yeah, or like a simple like.
I'd probably want like a ring as well as like a ring as well as the tattoo. I reckon.
Yeah. So you take it off.
Yeah.
Yeah, I reckon a tattoo.
A lot of fighters do that. A lot of fighters have like a couple like ring tattoos and stuff like that. And for you guys at working, like I mean. Yeah, I'd
get like a Celtic talk, you know those ones.
Yeah.
I'd get that. That'd be real cool. I feel like a badass then.
You know.
No, I wouldn't do that. I don't really know if I want to get married, so.
Oh, you and Caitlin will get married so that she can move into your house.
I know.
It's a weird thing. She'll be here 24/7.
There's a weird dynamic. I'm not even religious or Caitlin's Christian, so.
Oh, no, okay. We're going down the rabbit hole.
I'll talk about it.
Are you going to say things?
Oh, we won't say any more things because we might get in trouble by Caitlin and surrounding.
Yes.
I mean, I work at a Catholic primary school, so.
Yeah, I could probably just beat this out anyway, couldn't I?
You could just edit
you could. Okay. So
I'll just beep it out the entire bit.
Hold on. Edit from now.
Okay, so essentially Caitlin and I...
it is at this point that Matt is trying to save his relationship. There's nothing negative he is making in this conversation, Caitlin. He is mainly just talking about some just weird abstract ideas and thoughts, because of course it is thought anthology. The rambling and ranting is quite difficult. It's got some sick flow like I'm a rap star. Now I just feel like I'm quite delirious. Yeah, this is getting quite serious. This is really, really... Fuck, this is stupid. I can't believe I had this idea to fill in something like this so Caitlin doesn't hear it. But I think it's kind of humorous. I don't know what the fuck this is really just thought diarrhea for sure. I'm just waiting for 55 seconds to go past because that's all I need in order to cover up this section of conversation for the idea I've just had. Thank you. Now back to the podcast.
And here we have the majestic Matthew.
I wish I had a green screen. That'd be great.
Roaming Goldie.
Yeah, fuck, where were we? I don't know.
Talking about shit.
Well, we're talking a fair bit of shit.
Yeah.
Well, circling back.
To what?
To the 7 words.
Oh,
that's right.
Yeah, that's right.
And then we just went off this like tangent of other shit.
Yes. The 7 words of what I would like, you know, what I would aspire to be.
Yeah, who do you want to be? Who do you want to be, Chris? That's really what I'm
Who do
asking.
I want to be?
Who do you want to be? Damn it.
Like as in a person.
Yeah,
that I
like
look up to.
Who is the ideal Chris? Like, what do you want to say about yourself when you're about to die?
Do you want to transform into a bigger microwave?
Yeah. Do you want to actually
I'm
be able to
going to be a transformer.
Do you actually be able to cook a rotisserie chicken or
Do you want to be able to,
conventional oven? Like,
be able to fit a whole pig in there or something? Like that?
fuck. That large bag of popcorn.
Make sure every single one of those corn kernels is actually pulped.
And not burnt.
Yeah. And still tastes good.
Yeah.
Food is cooked all the way through, not cold on the inside.
Yeah,
On the outside.
that's the ideal microwave. That's what you want to. That's your ideal.
If we're talking about food, boys, does sauce belong in the fridge or the cupboard?
I'm easy either way.
I mean,
the packet says it belongs in the cupboard, so you know, in the
fridge.
so yeah.
Probably do as directed, but you know.
I would say, like, for me, if you're having like a hot meat pie, alright, it's steaming, it's burning. Like, it's the steam's coming off it, it's hotter than bloody, I don't know, fuck, strippers' tits or something like that, I don't know.
Hotter than Satan's arsehole.
Yeah, you know, you know, it's fucking hot.
And red too.
And you put fucking, you know, ketchup on there, bit of tomato sauce, cold from the fridge, take a bite. It's fucking perfect.
Yeah.
It's fucking perfect.
The mixture of hot and cold.
The mixture of hot and cold is just perfect.
Yeah. I can agree with that actually. I've experienced such
You
a
know.
pleasure. Yeah. Or the mixture of a fiery and frozen inferno and tundra.
Yeah.
That was very poetic, sorry.
Fucking hell.
Nice.
Fire and ice. Foreshadowing to our next book. That's already come out by We Are George R. R. Martin. Yeah, so I don't know. I guess like I will currently have my sauces in the fridge, but that's just because it's just easy because I had to go to the cupboard.
Yeah,
Because all I eat is meat and bread essentially.
Start calling you the Liver King.
I'm not Liver King yet.
Yeah.
I don't have the steroids.
Yeah, true.
Yeah.
He's got the liver though.
Yeah. I need liver too. I don't like liver. Liver tastes funny.
Yeah, it's fucking ugh.
I've got the supplements though. I've got liver supplements.
Hey, that's what you need.
Yeah.
Fuck.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get out vitamin A toxicity. Oi.
What do you say in words, Chris?
7 words.
I reckon it's been half an hour.
Yeah, it has
Yeah.
been. Well, hold on. It's been like fucking 20 minutes.
20 minutes we went down a deep rabbit hole there.
Yeah. Well,
And it wasn't even me. It wasn't even me this time. It
Well,
wasn't
that's
even me
alright.
giving you my whole life story for like 3 hours.
No, we're on a pretty good topic, I reckon.
Yeah, it brought me and Matt closer.
Yeah. Well, we've bonded more.
Yeah,
Sure.
and then he described our relationship as just we were the only 2 men at
Yeah.
work, so that's how we ended up friends.
That's essentially
I've
it.
been
Yeah.
offended ever since.
It's essentially the way it went.
Yeah.
Yeah, because you wouldn't do this with another female staff member if you just met them. You'd be like, oh, hey, do you want to come over and record a video with me? That doesn't sound like a podcast.
She was like, if she's like, hey Chris, do you want to come to my house and record a video?
If it's a spare bedroom.
Yeah.
And
Well,
you're
like,
like,
There's a top.
HR.
I'm there now.
Yeah, context matters.
But see, how fucked is that though? Like, you two blokes say, oh yeah, do they come over and record like a video or something like that?
Yeah.
Blokes are like, oh yeah, I'll do it.
Yeah.
You say it to a chick and they're like, I'm going to ring up HR.
Yeah.
You know, or they're going to like take it more serious. Like,
Yeah.
society's so fucked.
Yeah, it is a bit fucked. Opens the cupboard to chains.
Yeah. You know, opens the door and there's fucking like a sex swing and shit.
Yeah. The secrets.
Yeah.
Sex dungeon.
Yeah, no,
Yeah.
there is, well, I think the reason why a lot of people treat men differently and women differently is because of like there is actually a difference.
Oh yeah, 100%. And like, you know, obviously there's always, you know, history has always said that men have done this and men have done that. You know?
Yeah.
Not to get too into like real, like, you know, more recent stuff. Like, I don't know, everyone's like, oh, it was about domestic violence and stuff like that. And I've said for the... Thank you.
As you're saying. I've got addiction to chewing gum.
Fucking hell. Do you swallow it too?
Nah. I'm just chewing it for a long time.
I just chew mine. Nah, yeah, like domestic violence, like, you know, it used to be always videos or like ads on TV for men abusing women or children or whatever, and it was never you never saw the women abusing men. Yeah. Which is always going to be a thing. It's always has been. You know, it's become more.
Caitlin abuses me all the time.
Yeah. See, fuck.
Yeah, because like when she gets mad, she hits me. If I got mad and hit her, it's a different story.
Yeah. You know, you see it like,
Yeah.
you know, you see it on Facebook and YouTube and bloody whatever, and you know, they do social, like people do social experiments where that like one dude will abuse the chick and then the chick will then abuse the dude in a different setting.
Yeah.
And then the dude, like everyone jumps onto the dude and like is like trying to pull her off or whatever, but no one gives a fuck about the chick, like doing it to a male.
Yeah.
And like the only thing that really comes to mind of when it's actually had like a proper like effect is like the Amber Heard trial with Johnny Depp.
Yeah.
You know.
The reversal.
Yeah.
The reversal card. Yeah.
Exactly. Fucking Johnny Depp just pulled the fucking, you know, reverse out of his back pocket and said, bang, use this bitch. Like, you know. I don't know your opinion on like that whole aspect of probably something, but it's just, it's weird. Like it's just odd that no matter how much we publicise it, it's still not talked about enough.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think it's because
Crazy.
I have no idea what. Well, I actually do, like. It's clearly it's because it's one of those aspects that is probably been on continuum for like thousands and thousands of years.
And it goes back to masculinity though,
Yeah.
as well, like, you know, aggression and all these kind of hoo-ha about men. So
well, because men are more likely to act with aggression because men actually have the physical capability to do it. Women generally don't.
Yeah.
And generally won't because they know they won't be able to overpower most men.
yeah,
Most men, not every man, but
fuck.
yeah, so that's probably why it's more like that. So like when it gets expressed in like modern society, modernity,
Yeah.
you know, it gets expressed in this manner of like the legal system through, and that's when we start
Yeah.
favouring it because we're like, oh, it must have been the man because often that is the case.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, not thinking the other way around.
Mm.
Because I was thinking about it because like if just then anyway, like I don't care that like Caitlin doesn't hit me hard, but to probably I don't know if it's
But then again, it's probably like more like a playful thing anyway.
kind of sometimes.
But it's not like, you know, she's doing it every day and she's like beating you down and
she's
like
not trying to.
she's not like demoralising you.
No.
She's not treating you that way to demoralise you and treat you like shit. She's doing it because
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, because that's how she reacts. She
Oh,
just goes,
yeah.
Here. And that's probably because she got away with it as a kid. Like,
Yeah.
oh, it's fine. It's fine behaviour. Like,
I mean, like, I was at work a couple months ago, I reckon, and I was at, like, the photocopier with one of the other female teachers, and, like, we were having a joke or whatever, and she just comes along and slaps me after I said something.
Yeah.
And she's like, oh my goodness, I'm so sorry. It
Yeah.
just reminded me of something I did, like, with her partner. Like,
Yeah.
of, you know, like that, like, playful, like, banter,
Yeah.
like, shut up, or, like, you
Yeah.
know. It was that, and I was like, I don't care, like, whatever,
Yeah.
we laughed about it, and I was like,
Yeah.
I don't care, like, don't worry about it, but...
yeah.
You know, whereas like other people, if that was me doing that to her or something
Yeah.
like that, it could have been a completely different story.
Yeah,
you know,
you're a lost position.
yeah,
Yeah.
potentially. I don't know. Like, yeah, it's crazy.
There's the dangers of being a boy.
Yeah,
Chris got his 7 words yet, or?
you've had
7 words.
plenty of time.
At nearly 30 minutes.
30 minutes. I've had 30 minutes to sit here and think about 7 words that would describe
You.
Besides being conventional.
my version of an ideal
Chris.
male.
Ideal Chris.
No, I don't care.
Ideal male.
Okay, ideal male. We'll go ideal male then if you want to go with that.
Independence.
Yeah. Yeah.
Balance.
Yeah.
Balance. Ooh, is that like mentally
Aggression.
balance?
Yeah.
Aggression in the context of being a go-getter.
Yeah.
Someone who goal-oriented. That is
Yeah.
a hyphen, so it counts as one word.
Yeah.
Driven.
Yeah.
Focus.
Yeah.
Love it.
So that's at 6. So
Just more
7.
Yeah.
7th word. I'm torn between. I guess it's. I'll put empathetic.
Okay.
I was gonna put compassionate,
Yeah.
but I'm gonna put empathetic. So I think being empathetic is more beneficial to society than just being compassionate.
Yeah. We are men.
Oh, the force of the raging river.
Yeah.
We are men.
That's just, yeah, you essentially just paraphrased
Did I?
that song.
Oh.
Yeah,
Fuck.
but it was good.
Didn't even
Though.
know.
That's good.
But it's true.
There's a general theme. Yeah, it's
It's Disney movies.
It's Disney.
Disney.
Disney is the way of
I
life.
didn't even like Milan growing up.
Does that mean it's Dash's turn? Maybe we should we go with the question I tried to ask Chris.
Okay.
Is like, who is the ideal Dash?
Who's the ideal Dash? Fuck, me in 10 years, and then when they get to that, me in 10 years. Like me, you know, like Matthew McConaughey said, he got asked who his hero was when he was like 15. He said it was him at 25, and then he met up with the same person. Is that you now?
Yeah.
He said no, that's me at 35.
Yeah.
Because he's always trying to chase that person, trying to be the best person. For me, the best person to me is be the best educator, teacher I can be.
Yeah.
Be the best kind of friend I can be the best version of myself, and just enjoy everything that I do, no matter what it is. Like whether it be playing footy, whether it be at work, whether it be on the school camp, or just be myself and stay true to me.
Yeah.
Just trying to sound some like inspiration shit, but it's just like
we'll play some music in the background.
Some Rocky or something like that. Like some triumphant shit. But that's it. Like, you just got to be true to yourself. Fuck, like.
Yeah.
You're in control of your own destiny. You're in control of your own life. Grab your life by the fucking balls.
Yeah.
And do it.
Yeah.
Don't stop.
Just do it.
Just fucking do it. Oh.
What about you?
Me.
Yeah.
Essentially that, basically being the best expression of like.
Have you seen Matt's goals?
They're on the back of the whiteboard. We'll show you afterwards.
Fucking hell.
So like one of my life goals is like recently, not recently. Like I guess recently. I've recently written it down. Is that like I want to be the best athlete I can be.
Whether that be in any sport you do, or just
basically the best way I can express myself physically, like like kind of like those Bruce Lee concepts that like fight is an expression of the self.
Yeah.
Basically, I want to be able to express myself in the best way I can physically.
Yeah. Fuck yeah.
So that means being a good sprinter, being a good long distance runner, being strong, getting a stronger, basically like a CrossFitter essentially.
Yeah.
Is the essence of it all, and see how far I can take that within my lifetime. Because I don't want to say like I could have achieved this, I could have not have achieved this.
Yeah.
Because there was a time where like I wasn't achieving anything and I was just being stagnant. And now that I'm realizing, like recently, I've just started realizing my potential to actually probably be able to perform very well in certain sports.
Yeah.
I'm not saying I'll be a good footballer, but there'd probably be a sport out there where I could be a
way better at something.
Yeah. I could, I've been thinking about speed skating. I inline skate and I fucking love it, and that could be something I could get into. I don't know. We'll see what I choose.
Yeah.
It's just the expression of myself. I just enjoy being physical.
Yeah.
Also, I want to be able to expand my knowledge and become as not knowledgeable, but actually becoming as, I guess you could say, like plastic as I can in my thinking. I don't want to just be like my old man where I can't think outside of the box that I'm already trapped in. I want to always be searching to be outside of that. Because I just don't like the idea of like, oh, I'm just stuck in my way. I don't want to be stuck in my ways. I really don't.
Yeah.
That sounds horrible. Like because I might not. I'd be on my deathbed and said I could have done this. I could have done that. That's because you leave yourself in those boxes.
Yeah.
That means also embracing that uncomfortableness, which is horrible. It's fucking terrible.
Yeah. Being uncomfortable is the worst experience ever.
And like doing it every day, you get used to it to an extent, but also like you just have to push through it every day.
Yeah, you just gotta fucking do it.
So those are what I want for myself, is that I want to be able to express myself well physically and mentally.
And like be comfortable with being uncomfortable.
Yeah.
Putting yourself in those weird and shit situations. Like, you might find you do something and you really love it, but you might not even like it. You might be like, fuck, I actually physically cannot do this. So.
Which is where I struggle in football, because like in football, one of my things is I'm actually horrified of getting injured. Because I've been injured in the past, like I've sort of broken my toe, I've done my ACLs, and I've felt like it's been like to actually like not doing anything. Yeah. It's horrible. Yeah. And when you're putting on the field in a contact sport where like you're forced to actually put yourself in somewhat danger all the time.
Where there's 25 other blokes that want to, essentially when you get, it's like kill the deal with the pill.
Yeah.
You get the fucking, the ball and they just want to go like. Yeah. Yeah. No, I get that. Like, yeah.
And it's also something I have to work on too, because like when I'm in those situations, I need to have belief in my ability. So this is where that whole that mind and physicality come from, because I am physically capable to pick up ball and sprint. I'm physically capable of doing that, but there's something that's stopping me as soon as I'm in under pressure that changes. Yeah. So that's something I have to work on.
Oh yeah, but that's it. Like
So that's why I talk about trying to be the ideal self. I'm always just trying to. I find things where I'm lacking. I try to improve.
Improve on that.
Yeah.
Whereas most people see their weaknesses and say, "That's my weakness. Let's keep it at that." Yeah. I want to focus on my strengths and get better at my strengths. Well, you're actually not going to get better. If you can balance out your weaknesses and your strengths, and so then you have more strengths than weaknesses, like you're always going to be better.
Yeah.
You know, even like, fuck, this is another tangent, but like on the weekend we were at footy, half time. Coach says to us, you know, sit down, do what you want to do to get yourself ready for the next half.
Yeah.
I sit down, I cross my legs, and I just sit there.
Yeah.
I close my eyes. I just sit there, and the boys are like, "Oh, look at Dash meditating or whatever."
Yeah.
And like, I'm just in the moment, like, you know. I guess that sort of draws back to the masculinity stuff, like another aspect.
Yeah.
You know, we don't sit there. You know, imagine if all of us sat there, did a bit of breathing work or something like that, and just sat there and did breathing work for 10 minutes.
So many professional athletes do meditation, and there's like LeBron James, all the greats do it. Like,
and like, I'm not a professional athlete. I'm nothing of that caliber, but for me, in that moment, I felt that I just needed to do that. And, you know, I don't care what the boys say. Like, that's fine. They can say whatever they want to say. Like, fuck, if someone want to join, I don't care. Like, you know, it's not so much that. It's like the aspect of, oh, he's doing this. That's not what we should be doing at half time at football. Yeah. You know, we should be getting around. We should be, you know, getting up. We should be doing this. We should be doing that. Well, I just wanted to sit there and actually just take in the moment and sit on the field and just, like, feel like the grass in my hands and just sit there
and take a moment.
Take the moment and try and visualize what I needed to do to improve from what had just happened in the game. Yeah. You know,
That, like, at the start of the first half, we played like actual footballers.
We did, and it was the scoreline reflected that a little bit, and like the scoreline never reflects the effort. Yeah. That second half for us was just terrible.
We just fell off. What do you think happened there? Like, why do you think we fell off?
I think it was like a host of things. Like we got to a point where just we got to the point of what is the point? Yeah. Why should we keep busting our ass every single day or every single week and no reward? You know, I want to keep going and progress it further to the point that we get a premiership in next year, year after, or whatever. That's what I want. I want to win a premiership.
And if people stay, that'll happen. If people stay and do pre-season, it'll happen.
That's it. And if we get a few extra players or whatever, so be it. Yeah. However it's going to work out, that's fine. But I just think that self-belief was not there. And, you know, it's always there with particular players that we've got.
Ollie's always got that belief.
Ollie, chill. I mean, you just see him like, you know, for, you know, what, 68 for 80 minutes, because, you know, he's there and he's in the thick of it for 80 minutes. Yeah. You know, and that's what we need. We need to use that to progress and be better for ourselves. But, you know, it just depends.
Yeah, it's tough.
Football itself is not a difficult game.
No, it's not a difficult concept.
No, you got to pick the ball up, kick it, hand pass it, get it through the big sticks, don't get tackled. Yeah. Pretty simple. It's when people add in all these other aspects of trying to set plays and stuff like that, which we have plays that work really great. Yeah. We need to execute them, and use our skills properly. Yeah. To execute them properly. Yeah. But when people try and do all this fancy shit of spinning and turning and weaving and ducking and all this kind of shit, it's like.
Because everyone wants to be a superstar.
Well, that's it. Everyone wants to be the best that they want to be. Everyone wants to be the next bloody Ben Cousins or Lance Franklin. Cyril Rioli.
Who does want to be Cyril?
Mate, who doesn't want to be Eddie Betts?
Yeah, who does want to be Eddie Betts?
Mate, you're when I saw you on the weekend, he kicking that snap, the banana, I was like, bro, that's like Eddie Betts shit.
I was so hoping it'd go. I swear the wind caught that. I was like, it was going in.
Just had to hit the fucking post.
Yeah. Oh, it looked so sexy. I was celebrating already.
It looked great.
It's going in, baby.
And then nah, it didn't go in.
Yeah.
I'm like, fuck.
That pissed me off so much because I've dreamt of doing that all season.
I dream of you know, season on the line, about to win the grand final, down by 4 points or 2 points or whatever, goal to win or something like that. That would be. Yeah. And then getting it, and then the eruption of the boys getting around you, that to me would be awesome. You know, that for me that would be fucking awesome. Yeah. Probably never happen, but you know, the aspect of that, of thinking that, is always cool. It's always awesome.
And when it comes together and actually pieces together, it's it's magical.
And when we play 4 quarters of footy, we actually are a decent squad. Yeah. Yeah.
So that was the answer to my question, and also elaboration on football.
Yeah.
Yeah. A wild tangent on football.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Are you going to play next season, Dash?
Fuck yeah.
Yeah.
Give me a pre-season and I'll lose fucking...
Yeah, him and Sex are going to do pre-season.
Yeah.
with me.
They're going to do the Matt challenge.
What's the Matt challenge? Oh, this is a challenge that Chris has set for
Yeah,
himself.
this is a... So... they wanted to do the 10,000 step challenge at work.
Yeah.
I told them go away.
Yeah, fair enough.
Because I'm not wearing a pedometer or
That's
something.
fair enough.
Okay.
It's okay.
So if you don't know, Matt has an extreme fitness regimen.
Of course he fucking does.
He'll go to work, he'll come home, he'll go for a run, then he'll work on football skills.
Yeah.
Then he'll come home, he'll rest for a bit, go to the gym, eat food,
Go back to the gym.
go home, go to bed, wake up, go to work again,
And rinse and repeat.
go for a run, or want some crap, go to football training.
I think he
Then
messaged...
hit the weights afterwards.
He messaged one of the boys. He messaged like a group chat that we had for footy. And he was like, yeah, boys, thinking about doing like an easy 5k run. And I said, what part of 5k run is easy? Like,
Yeah.
Matt's a machine.
yeah.
Matt is a very underutilised player, I think, in our team.
Mm.
Poorly utilised.
Mm.
Thank you.
Yes. Poorly. His skill set.
Mm. Can run all day.
So for I'm trying to think of like a month. I might do it November,
Yeah.
December.
Shit.
Just work
sometime.
out twice a day. That's all it is.
So I'm gonna do 3 cardio sessions a week.
Yeah.
So aiming to do 2 runs and 1 like 50k style bike ride,
Yeah.
which I used to do every weekend.
50 Ks.
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
Yep.
30 to 50k, somewhere in that
Fuck.
range.
Bring the talk powder,
I'm gonna do 3 weight training sessions.
Hell yeah, go for it.
And I'm aiming to make my return to jiu-jitsu twice a week.
Oh, hell yeah, baby.
I
Shit.
broke out my gi
The
the
other
other
day.
night.
Yeah,
Still fits.
love it. Come on.
Um,
Well, once footy's over, I'm in jiu-jitsu again, balls deep.
yeah.
Next week I can
so
make the training.
they do jiu-jitsu like 5 days a week, pretty much,
Yeah.
on weekends.
Yeah,
So I'm thinking of doing that twice
Yeah.
a week.
hell yeah.
Hopefully for a month. I don't know if I'll be able to do it every single week.
Yeah.
You know, but that's only doing all of that 4 times is the way I put it.
Yeah.
You only got to get through one, and then you got to only do whatever you just did. 4
Yeah.
more, 3 more times after that.
Yeah.
And see how I go.
Yeah.
I am investing in some caffeine.
In caffeine.
I bought some
Coffee.
caffeine supplements.
I like gels or
G Fuel.
G Fuel. Oh, G Fuel playing games.
Yeah.
Beautiful,
Well, I
smart.
looked into caffeine supplements, and it was all pre-workouts, and I was like, I'm not drinking like 400 milligrams of caffeine.
Yeah.
It's gonna ruin me again, and I'll be back addicted to caffeine.
I actually got to cut back on caffeine. I drink way too much. My teeth.
But I was like, if I'm gonna be getting up and like sacrificing sleep
Yeah.
and supplementing that with exercise,
Yeah.
You need
know,
caffeine.
Yeah.
I'm gonna need something. So
Yeah.
we'll be trying to eat as well as I can,
Yeah.
get in as much protein as I can,
Yeah.
I reckon that's the hardest thing is eating well.
It
and
is hard, isn't
eating the right foods too.
eating it and doing it every time
Yeah.
as well.
It's harder when
So
you're
I'm gonna
tired.
pick a month,
Yeah.
and I'll track my weight, and
Yeah.
we'll try and see if I can get a 2.4k in 10 minutes.
Hell yeah.
That was my goal when I was going to join the army.
Yeah.
That's their minimum
Yeah.
like fitness standard is 2.4k
Yeah.
in 10. Oh, well, they have a beat test standard, but that's their fitness standard in the army.
Yeah.
It's 2.4k in 10 minutes,
Yeah.
which is harder than
Yeah.
some might think.
Because you got to balance like your
Pace.
Like,
It's a quite it's a fair pace to do.
In 10 minutes.
You're doing
That's a 4
usually
minute pace, isn't it?
3 minutes, 3.5, 4
Like
minute pace.
I meant 10 minutes 30. Yeah, you definitely be under that.
Yeah.
That's a pretty good pace.
Yeah.
I'd love one of my goals.
Especially for
actually
someone
is
who can't run.
Yeah. I want to get like as close as I can to 6 minutes for a 2k time. That's my goal.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's fucking booking it though.
Yeah. That's running.
Yeah.
And it'll be good once the weather starts heating up.
Yeah.
Get out
Running
there.
in the sun fucking sucks. You have to really drink. Make sure
Yeah.
you're hydrated well.
Yeah.
Yeah. I got a little camel pack.
Maybe you can come do a half marathon one day.
No.
One day.
Sounds like hell.
It is hell.
Let's do it then.
Let's do it. Not this year. We do it next year. We do it as pre-season. We'll find one next year during the middle pre-season.
Yeah. And so I want to hit the pre-season quite hard. and then we'll play next season.
Yeah.
And see how I feel after that season, whether I want to keep playing football or whether I want to do something else.
I
It's
like
just
it.
time management.
Yeah.
And then obviously next year with time management, with intending to return to university next year.
Yeah, be a doctor.
No.
Yeah. Engineering or
No.
no?
I don't think so at this stage.
Do you have to beat this out or no?
No.
Oh, paramedicine.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. My intention is to become an intensive care rescue paramedic.
Okay.
It's possibly one of the jobs I'm looking at.
Yeah.
So these guys do obviously the intensive care side of things. They do search and rescue. They'll climb buildings to go help people who are trapped.
Yeah.
Put themselves between people trying to jump off bridge.
Yeah, off
that
bridge.
kind of a bridge.
Yeah.
Stuff like that.
Yeah.
Cut people out of cars. They're
Yeah.
trained in like the rescue side of firefighting.
Yeah.
So like cutting people out of cars and possibly if my body holds up to that, it'd be nice to get to that physical standard.
Yeah.
Or possibly do helicopter rescue.
Well, I fully respect that. You know, we'll support you all the way, Chris.
Possibly at this stage. Yeah. I think I looked at doing engineering. Me and Matt talked about this quite extensively on the last podcast that didn't air.
Yeah.
About why I want to change professions. I just don't think.
Nursing's for you?
No, but I think it's too hard to go back and do something else.
Yeah.
Because it'd be 4 years. I'd have to move away.
Yeah.
Doing that reset right now would be not impossible, but very difficult at this stage. So I'm kind of looking at like what are my options that are more of a progression. And so I'll go back and do a year postgrad, hopefully next year.
Yeah. Hell yeah. Do it.
Fucking grab your life by the fucking balls and do it.
And then I'm thinking of doing the community officer role, which is basically just like an assistant type role.
Yeah.
As a paramedic, 10 hours a week. Which would be good because I need more money.
Yeah. Retire by 45.
Me?
Yeah.
Well, yeah, maybe 55.
Yeah.
Should be alright.
Yeah.
If we're all still alive by then.
Who
If we're
knows?
not.
Nice knowing you.
Should we do like that same sort of question with you then? Like,
yeah, fuck.
Yeah, what's your fitness goal?
Fitness goal, fuck.
Yeah.
Probably first and foremost, like lose weight and be consistent. Probably like the biggest thing. And it knows me like just fucking. I'm a big boy.
Yeah.
Always have been. I really got into like back probably 2017 I reckon it was.
Yeah.
Got like heavily involved in like the gym, like a strength and conditioning gym. Was there. I'd do like 2 sessions a day. Looked good. Was playing footy.
Yeah.
Got injured. Was living in a different town to what we are in now.
Yeah.
Then moved back down here. So didn't do any gym. Didn't do anything. Quit basically on like I wouldn't say on myself or anything like that, but like I just stopped doing what I was doing. And then moved back here for been there for since end of 2019. So almost like 2 or 3 years. And now getting back into footy this year, which has been the best thing I ever did, was to get back into footy. So probably for next year, if not like towards the end of the year, work on that.
Okay, as you're saying.
Lose a bit of weight and just be a better footy player at the moment. And not get abused by the kids I teach and say, oh, how much did you lose by this week? I want to be like, hey, we won the premiership. Hey, here's my premiership medal. I'm bringing it to school as like a token or something like that. Yeah. As opposed to, the other side of them asking me how much we're losing by, or what did you do, or
flip it a bit.
Yeah. Flip the script. Flip myself. So just be be the best that I can be, and be happy, healthy, and fuck.
That sounds good.
That's what we want, I guess. I guess that's what we all want, is to be happy and healthy. So.
Any other plans in the works?
Finish uni and then see what happens. So.
Sounds good.
Yeah.
How many more weeks you got?
3.5.
Okay. Yeah, that'll go quick.
Yeah, so it's gone pretty quick. So I started November, not last year. Yeah, so almost a full year under my belt. So
hell yeah.
So I'll finish off uni, and then if I happen to move away in that time, then I move away. If I stay, I stay. Like the good thing is, I guess the advantageous thing about being a male in education is that there's not enough, and they want more. So finding a job is going to be probably easier.
Yeah.
Than maybe for a female. Potentially.
You'll be probably set up.
Yeah. And just, set myself up and just get goals. Yeah. Yeah. Stay single maybe.
Yeah. Do you guys want to end it here? I think it's probably a good spot.
I'm happy to. Whatever you can do.
Bring it to the next one. Yeah.
Yeah.
Does not bother me.
This was good.
Can always unpack another episode and then
we'll do
that later date.
We could probably do it the Sunday, Saturday. We do Saturday. I'm not gonna be able to play Saturday, but we could probably do it. I'll be back in town Saturday night.
Sunday night.
Saturday night.
This Saturday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You can
do a podcast Saturday night. I think.
No, I'd love to if I come back. I can tell you all about
I'll FaceTime in from
from the ward, from the footy.
From the footy, I'll be in Adelaide.
Yeah, I'm going skiing.
True.
I'm going back to Mount Hotham this week.
Oh, true.
So, yeah.
Fuck. And then we've got the bye next week.
Then I'll be there for Owen.
And Owen bus trip.
Yeah.
Keen.
Owen, when's?
Owen's, so there's a bye, then there's Owen, so it's on the 20th.
20th, I'll be able to play that week.
Hell yeah.
Bus trip. Boy.
Let's just start a brief pre-season, 2 weeks, intensive training, have a rest, have a deload week, and fucking play out as hard as you can on that Saturday.
Done.
Do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're getting so big.
We'll get beaten.
Like 200 points.
Nah, we'll be right.
I reckon we'll get beaten by 130.
Maybe. We'll see.
We'll get done in by so much.
Yeah.
Because half the people won't show up because it's an away game.
Alrighty. Thank you for coming on, mate.
Appreciate it.
Thanks for coming on, Chris.
Yes, for my debut episode.
For the debut episode for the second time.
For the second time.
This has been TA. Thank you for listening. Sending lots of love. Bye.
Peace.